Keep It Light was the 4th ban. So I guess I was wrong in that fact. I didn't see that ban coming out from HellRaisers. So.
And Naga also being banned from HellRaisers. So see, there's the Morphling, the Necrolite. What else is there for Kuroki? Place.
I mean, he's got pretty much every carry under the sun that he can play. I've said this before, but I think he has one of the largest hero pools in the game. PA would have been an option,
sure,
but
they usually restrict everyone's hero pool just to make them better.
True.
Maybe could we see a Medusa this game possibly? No, definitely not against the
not against Slark. No, I don't think so. That is a pick that actually just kind of shut that down. HellRaisers Slark, Artez had an okay game 1.
There's also the Lycan available, so maybe you will see a Lycan. I would like to see a Lycan or a Necrophos here. I think both of those heroes are quite good in this situation.
The last pick value Lycan coming out from Team Secret. We'll have to wait and see. They do have 1 minute and 14 seconds left of reserve time, so they could waste all the time in the world they really want just to think about this pick. So
10 seconds remaining.
I like the idea of a Lycan in this game. I like the idea of a Lycan in any game. All the pounce is there, but
Terrorblade could also potentially work.
That's a hero that Kuroki's played.
Risky pick, though.
He hasn't played that hero since it got nerfed, or he hasn't played it as much, I should say. So
he played it once since it was nerfed at Starlighter.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time that they played it.
It's a possibility. Again, they won't have the lockdown. I mean, they're really going to rely on Dream Coil and arrows this game, if that's the case, if they do pick up the Terrorblade. But not many, carries will have lockdown to begin with, so it's just something that kind of goes along with the hero they decide. Unless they pick up a Sven, which I don't imagine. They more like the Sven in the 4 position than they do in a carry position. So
I mean, we could also see the Morphling. I just think it's a bit unlikely against the heroes coming out from HellRaisers. They actually have a lot of answers. They have the Double Silence, the Black Hole, the Slark steals stats, so it does quite well against that hero as well. And we've also seen them do a safe lane Legion Commander before, so that could also be an option.
10 seconds.
that would be very surprising. Although
I really
it
just
could work.
think it's going to be a Lycan or a Necrophos.
No,
It's gonna be
the
an
Ember
Ember
Spirit
Spirit.
is the choice, and
Interesting.
now this is kind of, where do you send this hero? I don't see this too often in the safe lane because this hero really thrives in levels, but if that's the case, free farm for an Ember Spirit.
I mean,
could do some work.
Puppey is definitely just going to be roaming, and I actually like this Ember Spirit pick a lot. I didn't really consider it because I haven't seen them picking it for Kuroki before, but you have the... It gives you a setup for the arrow with the searing chains, so...
Yes, that's true.
And that's something that they were lacking before this pick.
And they really need that to be able to actually secure some kills early on. You mentioned Mirana's going to be... So, really the only one being in lane with Ember Spirit is going to be Elder Titan, Big Daddy. And I like this pick also because they have the physical damage resistance, the armor armor reduction, I should say, coming out from the Elder Titan. They have the magic resistance reduction coming out as well. So, I mean, like... Ember Spirit has both of those things, and they'll thrive late on the game.
Ember, actually. Okay.
Who's playing the puck? Is it Kuroki?
Kuroki.
Wow, Kuroki puck. I don't think people were expecting that. This game just... I was expecting some kind of just farming hero for their last pick for Kuroki, but Kuroki's playing the puck, and S4 doesn't seem to be swapping anytime soon. They still might, but this makes more sense if Kuroki maybe is in the safe lane, and they can kind of put pressure in the off lane with the Furionis. I don't know how they lane this now, though. That's the thing. Where do they send these heroes?
For Secret? I think you safe lane the puck. And then you put Ember mid.
And the supports just roam? Or do you just
you
support the puck?
I mean, you like support him and then roam and pull. Like, you don't... When you have a puck safe lane, you don't really have to dedicate any resources to letting him 1v1.
Right. You want to get him up some experience as well, but pulling will actually help a pretty significant amount. Already some aggressive play coming out from Secret. They're going to try to ward up the enemy jungle, it looks like. But HellRaisers are already out and smoked up as well. This could be an early level 1 clash coming out. And they have a decent team to do so. They're going to spot out Secret. The smoke is broken coming out. They're going to send up one of these trances. Going to see Dread. Artez is behind him with goddamn. Smoke has not yet been broken. for some of these heroes. They threw up the observer ward here on the cliff. They want to make sure air's going to come in. It's going to... Wow, that body block almost got Gork caught. But there's going to be the Eidolons coming in as well. They're going to try to kill these as quickly as possible. I don't think you fight here for either squad. I don't know if you want to. I don't know if your level 1's that good. S4 gets scaled up. They're going to try to kill him. Artis is looking for a pounce. No-Tail's going to try to harass him. He's going to pounce out of Big Daddy. Big Daddy's in trouble. Cripstorm, but the Searing Chains doesn't matter. Illusory Orb, Jaunt, maybe. No. They're going to just cut their losses. They've lost No-Tail. It could be worse. And they can't even contest the jungle of HellRaisers. So weird kind of fight coming out. The horse from Simba. No-Tail throws out the good job.
Fun after getting first blood. Alright.
What a guy.
A little awkward.
PPD.
But, yep. HellRaisers coming out ahead in that level 1 engagement. Does look like it's going to be that safe lane puck, and I just looked it up on that Dota. It doesn't appear that Secret has actually run the Ember Spirit before, so...
Wow. So the first time we're seeing Ember for this squad of Secret. I'm very excited to see.
I feel like I've seen it once, and I know that not necessarily every game. I think they played it one time.
We'll have to wait and see how it does pan out. The mid lane or S4 Ember Spirit should be pretty good. I think Fnatic might be okay for the most part. Cripstorm's going to do some work early on here against S4, but S4 should still be okay. He has a decent positioning on the high ground now, and he'll try to get the next CS and won't be able to do so. Top lane, so for HellRaisers, you've got Artez on the Slark, you've got Dread now playing her Scarith Mage supporting. Goddamn's going to be in the jungle with absolutely free farm. There's no way they're going to be able to put pressure on him now. Mid lane is going to be Ninja on the Death Prophet. Arrow does connect coming in. Now the Flame Guard's going to go as well. The Searing Chains is still there, and Ninja actually might fall. The Searing Chains didn't connect, or at least it didn't look like it, but it doesn't matter. He's dead regardless, so...
They only last for a second.
First level, 1 second duration. It did go, but they still get the kill. Great arrow from Puppey. Snipes him yet again. Wow.
And Puppey on this Mirana, he always delivers with these arrows into the mid lane. Constantly roaming. And you have to play so careful against his Mirana when you're playing this mid lane. He just seems to always find the arrows.
The off-lane Venomancer. No-Tail coming in. Gonna throw up the Astral. Gonna have it come back, so we'll be able to get some extra damage coming through with this next right click. And this is actually an interesting choice. Although I guess it works out because they don't really have any way to shut, or rather slow him down unless he gets arrowed. He could just still run away and gale and things of that nature, but... He'll also have the Plague Wards to scout things out. So yeah, Gork, the off-lane Venomancer to round out your HellRaisers lineup. And Big Daddy is going to try to get this rune. Did it get denied? It did. Nice play coming out from the Plague Ward coming through. So Big Daddy can't get that 2-minute rune.
Yep. And if we look middle, Ember Spirit sitting at 10 CS and a kill to the 5 of Ninja's Death Prophet. So doing a really good job. It's pretty much a dual lane mid. He has pretty much a dedicated support in Puppey. He has to play extremely careful because if he gets Searing Chains, he can easily get arrowed. It looks like they might try for it. He is in range.
Searing Chains, arrow's going to go as well, and it's just that easy. It's just that easy. One more right click and Puppey will grab the kill. S4 has to back away, but he has a salve. His bottle's going to come out now, and that provides a second kill. Well, a kill and assist for S4, plus 12 CS on the board. There is Artez top, who is farming freely, 18 last hits. There's the Soul Ring now, done for the Enigma at 2.5, 3 minutes. So, I mean, they have some things going their way, yes. But so far, this mid lane has been a disaster for Ninja. They might just arrow him again. Or look for the jungling Enigma. I mean, I think Puppey might be able to kill him. Maybe with a couple levels if he gets Starstorm, but... TP bottom, they want Gork. Sprout is available for Simba. And they might get this kill. A loser absolutely will. Simba taking tower hits. The Venomous Gale going to keep him in tower range for a couple more hits, but he's okay now. So nice rotation in, and they get Kuroki the kill. So they do all the hard work, and then Kuroki just throws up an illusory orb and takes the extra gold.
Yep. Really nice rotation coming out from Simba on the Nature's Prophet. Looks like he does pick up Gloves of Haste. I think usually when we see him playing Nature's Prophet, he goes Treads into Maelstrom.
Yes.
So I don't really expect him to be picking up a Midas, although he could, possibly.
I mean, depending on how the next couple of minutes goes, it's a possibility. 4-minute rune's going to spawn, and they're not sure which one they're going to go for. It looks like top is Goddamn is here. He's like, no, I'm going to back away. There's 2 heroes coming my direction. I don't want to get arrowed. So S4 is going to pick up a rune. It's a haste. He's going to bottle it, and at some point, they could gank Goddamn, honestly, but I don't think they will.
Mid is in a lot of danger again now that S4 has this haste rune. But honestly, he's doing a really good job in CS, sitting at 18-5 to the 16-3 of the Ember Spirits. So
Yeah, he's caught up. In that minute or so when they were looking for the
swarm.
Yeah. They were looking for the rune, and so that kind of just gave more time for Ninja to get up some CS as well. Smoke's been picked up for goddamn, so he's looking to try to fight once he hits his level 6, which is going to be pretty soon. Arrow's going to come through. Ninja does avoid it. That was too long range that he had vision, so it was a good try from Puppey. But the first miss does come out from the Mirana, but Puppey does see goddamn on the high ground here.
He's just trying to steal experience.
Yeah, he's going to reach towards level 3. He's not quite there yet. And with the haste rune, like you talked about, I mean, all S4 needs to do is run up with a haste rune.
He has that level 6 as well, so... I mean, Ninja has to play extremely careful in this mid lane. Actually, he's probably not even going to be able to CS it. He can't even lane mid at this point because of the level 6 coming out from Ember.
And
I mean, if he ever gets into Remnant range, he's just going to get Remnanted, Searing Chains into Arrowed, and fall.
He'll die. Yep. So S4 is going to have his phase boots in one moment here, and top lane is getting pressure, though.
This rotation by Goddamn to just go and push the top tower.
There's no one contesting. They're going to TP on the backside. They're ready to fight this. Another TP coming through. That's from the Puck. There's the Sprout into Goddamn. He doesn't have his Black Hole. The Remnant. The Sleep. The Dream Coil onto 2. This could be a disaster, and is for HellRaisers. 2 heroes dead. How are ya? Artez, Dark Pack had to go through. There's Searing Chains to get Dark Packed it off as well, but no level 6, and they just run him down. That's a 5-hero rotation top from Secret. They don't care. They get 3 kills. Easy. Wow.
That was a really nice play coming out from Secret. They immediately react to the rotation. Puppey starts running top. They TP in the Furion in the back. And as long as Furion doesn't get blown up, if he is able to get that Sprout off, you're probably going to win the fight. They have a bunch of TP rotations in. Oh no, Artez gets arrowed in the top lane, and it looks like he might take a spill.
He does Shadow Dance. He's still alive. Pounce is going to go into Big Daddy. Another TP coming in. Artez has to go in the trees. Big Daddy's still leashed up, and now he's going to back away. Sprout immediately, but Dread breaks the TP, or the Sprout with the trees. Or rather, the TP. The trees with the TP. Malphus is going to go. Big Daddy in trouble. The Remnant back up. Artez, he's got to pounce the low ground, and will S4 is silenced, but they can still keep going. No mana for Searing Chains. Arcane Bolt's going to go, and afterwards he might bottle. Now he does have the Searing Chains, and goddamn is going to get caught. They lose Big Daddy. They get a kill. Artez is going to come back in. S4 needs to be careful. Avoids the pounce. What a juke from S4. Venomous skill does hit, and looks like he will fall now, though, as they rotate everyone up top. So 5-hero rotation from Secret, follows by an immediate 5-hero rotation from HellRaisers.
Yeah, but in the end, I think it still favors Secret. They killed 3 people in the first fight while losing none, and then they just trade 2 for 1. So not the best, but they still come out way ahead in that engagement. And I mean, that pounce dodge by S4 was pretty amazing.
They're thinking about going on Agoric here. TP comes in, gets canceled, is going to go again, this time in front of the tower. They decide against it. Simba does arrive, but here comes the Remnant. They're looking for Goric. Searing Chains, the Astral, the Stomp's going to miss barely. It doesn't matter. S4 gets the kill regardless. And they won't chase after Artez, who just got the hell out of there.
This top tower, going to summon the treants, and this tower looks like it's going to end up falling.
I really like the fact that S4 is getting involved so early, because he has so much ganking potential early on in the game, especially with level 4 Flame Guard and Remnants. They are letting Ninja farm, yes, but they do get the tower, and Ninja has yet to really put a ton of pressure on the tier 1 mid. Meanwhile, top rune spot, Goddamn is going to spot out Puppey. He doesn't want to try to fight this. He can get Malphus into a black hole, and that wouldn't be fun. But Artez is going to stay up top, and Artez's farm is actually just stifled because of that tower and the harass he's been receiving in the past couple of minutes.
Looks like Puppey is going to have to make a quick trip back to base to heal up his mana. S4 does bottle up the Invis rune in the bottom lane, so that'll give him a little bit of sustain as he picks up the magic wand as well as a bracer. And honestly, Ninja doing a really good job dealing with this pressure. Up to 46 CS, and he's been under fire this entire game.
It's certainly not been easy for him. He's 0-2-2. He had a really rough start, but he's got back some room to work with. He never really rotated top, with the exception of the one time they killed S4. And that leaves him to farm mid lane. He now has the most CS in the game, yes, but Secret keep putting pressure on here.
Another game that Goddamn is really struggling in this jungle. Only level 5 at 9 minutes. He's finally going to get his level 6 and get that black hole available, but I mean,
he's not even close to this mech.
This is not what you want from a jungle Enigma.
The def certainly didn't help either. Big Daddy on the high ground. Arrow, wow, goddamn, walks into it to stop as well. Is going to hit on it too. The Crypt Swarm not going to do much. Dread's got to be careful. There's the silence side of Puffy, but here comes the Remnants. Affinage pops the ultimate. S4 looking to go to work. Remnants are down. Magic Stick is only 2 charges. They will grab the kill onto the Scarith Mage. And they force the ultimate out for nothing. Plus, Kuroki got a solo kill down bottom on the Venomancer. He does have Poison Sting and Venomous Gale on, but he doesn't seem to really care. And he phase shifts, and he's going to survive and be just fine. So 3 heroes for absolutely nothing from Secret.
Yeah. Sort of unfortunate for HellRaisers in that situation, and I mean, this Enigma pick, it's 2 games in a row where he's really struggled in the early game. Sure, in the last game he had great impact in the late game, but Secret's late game is quite strong this game. They have the Elder Titan, they have the Ember Spirit, the Furion. So even if they get to the late game this game, I'm not sure they're going to have as much success as they had in the previous game.
No, I mean, HellRaisers, Artez is okay. He's got treads and 1,000 gold, but even that seems difficult.
I mean, no one's really that farmed in this game.
Simba's going to TP in. Did they see that? They have a ward here. They scouted him out clearly. They know that there's a TP from Furion, but...
Like he might go for the Orchid this game. He does have the 2 Null Talismans on top of the Treads. Goes for the Robe of Magi, so probably going to see an Orchid coming out from him. He'll be good against pretty much all of these heroes. Very good against the Enigma before he gets his BKB. Good against the Slark if you can get it before he uses the Dark Pact.
They're in a fine position. Secret will put some pressure here in the mid lane. They have Big Daddy rotated in. Affinage has phase. He's going to be going for the drum, so no immediate Eul Scepter coming out. He wants to be a bit more speedy and a bit more tanky. I mean, at this point, top lane is really the only thing that's going super well for HellRaisers because of Artez. And goddamn is, again, like you mentioned, struggling. His mech, not even close. He's got a chainmail. That's it. That's really all that he's got when it comes towards that mechanism on your Enigma, so...
Blink Dagger now picked up on Kuroki. It looks like they're going to put it to use.
Yeah, Gorak is just dead. That's just too much damage. They don't even need Simba. Puppy actually might die here. They might need to deny him. Yeah, they're going to deny him. Nice play from Kuroki. Silence. There's the Arcane Bolt. Kuroki taking a lot of damage here. They're chasing. He's going to phase shift. Jaunts away. Sprout comes through. That's from Simba. He's trying to help out. Dread going to get body blocked a bit. Not enough. Nature's Wrath was already used. Dread getting low, but he will survive. 2 more TP rotations and then canceled immediately just because there was no immediate pressure coming in from Secret. Wow.
Kuroki, you can't do that, buddy.
He tried to lose your orb and then
TP and then fill his bottle and come back, but you actually don't have enough time to do that.
That's just too much. He needed to be like sent back home. You need to have a Chen to do that.
You need to have a Chen
in order for that to work, but no such luck. S4 is looking for Affinage here in the mid lane. He's actually just looking for every single hero on the map. It feels like S4 is about to run in. Remnant goes and Earth Splitter is going to fly as well to TP in. Affinage, you are dead. They don't even need the Earth Splitter. Gorak actually takes a ton of damage coming in. Kuroki threw up the Illusory Orb. There's the Sprout as well. They are diving deep. He does eat his way through, but now the Pound's coming in. They will have stopped. No, the TP away from Simba. He's not going to make it out. Black Hole used to secure the kill. I don't think he would have made it out regardless of that Black Hole or not. And Kuroki doesn't have Dream Coil. He does have it now, and it's up.
Oh, he's actually going for the Blade Mail build, so...
Oh my god, Kuroki just blows up another hero. Arrow's going to come through. It's going to miss. He actually pounces onto where Kuroki jaunted through. Artez might get this kill. Kuroki is going to fall. Artez gets a big one there. That's actually huge that he picked up that kill. Well played to pounce right into where he jaunted. I didn't see that. I thought the arrow might hit onto Gorak or onto Dread, but that was exceptional.
Yep. Well played by Artez.
But here's the Moonlight Shadow. S4, he's not done yet. They're going to jump in. Triple Remnant actually misses the Sleight of Fist Searing Chains. Oh my god, look at the damage. Big Daddy No Tail provides the natural order and the astral. They blow up the 2 squishy supports. Simba's back in. The Moonlight Shadow is still up. The tier 1 tower, should fall. Glyph's going to go first, but even when they don't have Kuroki, they're being so aggressive, and it's paying off so effectively.
Yeah, they're playing this game really well. Being so aggressive, S4... having a lot of movement in the early game, not just farming up, has been involved in already 10 kills. Simba also involved in 10 kills, so they're doing a really good job being active with all of their core heroes.
I mean, S4 specifically, phase drum, 14 minutes. Could easily finish up the Battle Fury at 20 if he continues to farm or get kills. Or both, honestly. And as soon as he gets that first Battle Fury at like 20 or 20 to 25 minutes, he's probably just going to kill everybody, especially because of Natural Order, which at some point is going to reach level 4. It's not too far off that, in fact. So that's the frightening thing about this game, is that...
And No-Tail actually getting pretty farmed on this Elder Titan. Has the Tranquil Boots Soul Ring, working his way towards that Yule's. Is only about 600 gold away from the Yule Scepter, so doing really nice for himself on this Elder Titan. Pretty expected performance for him on this hero.
Chaz getting caught, Sleight of Fist, and change. He pounces away immediately.
Yep.
So...
Secret establishing control of the jungle.
Ninja gets caught out. Crypt Swarm. He does avoid the, well, Gorik doesn't, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, Ninja is actually just going to Crypt Swarm, and there's the silence on S4. He's getting low, and he's going to get blown up. The ultimate coming out from Ninja gets the kill. But here we go, though. Jaunted from Kuroki gets the kill. He's going to TP out as well. There's no way they can stop him from doing so. Bottom lane, they're jumping on Simba. Pounces go through. There's the Blade Mill. He's going to try to TP out. Simba is going to make it, it looks like. And Artez does a lot of damage to himself in the process.
Yeah. I actually would like to see 4 points in Searing Chain when you have the Mirana combo, just for the 3 seconds of Chain instead of the max Sleight of Fist.
Oh my god, that arrow almost hit onto Artez. It was so close. It wouldn't have killed him, but... Shadow Blade? Puppy doesn't know this is
he can't actually leap if he gets...
Oh no, Puppy's getting Moonlight Shadow. Is it going to be enough? No, the Moonlight Shadow used for nothing. He's dead. Great kill from Artez. He knows that the Shadow Blade should be up now. And that's a big kill.
So if Artez is able to find a bunch of kills with the Shadow Blade, the purchase will definitely be worth it. It's a bit risky of a item pickup compared to the Blink Dagger, which provides you with a bit more secured mobility. Obviously the Shadow Blade not good if they have detection, and you can sometimes get caught out if you walk into a sentry ward.
S4 has a Blade of Alacrity. Is this another one of those Manta builds we saw from some of the Chinese players?
Could be. I mean, they do have the double silence, so I actually like it in this situation.
That'll help him out of that silence to make sure he's able to move around freely.
And it's
5 heroes down bottom for HellRaisers, by the way.
It's not like he needs to do that much damage, since they do have the natural order, as well as... Oh, No-Tail might be in a lot of trouble here.
Comes in. He tried to stomp, he's alone, and Arrow will connect onto Artez. The mech's going to go through, though, and Puppy's going to try to fight this. Starstorm doesn't connect on Artez. There's the Black Hole into Kuroki, and they'll get a double kill for their Slark. Puppy's going to try to TP out. Malphite, 3 heroes dead. HellRaisers. What a disaster for Secret. Big fight for HellRaisers, though.
Really well played from HellRaisers. I'm not sure why they rotated. It looks like they were just trying to defend their Elder Titan, but I think after you see all 5, you just abandon them so that you only lose 1.
Pounce is going to go into S4. He'll try to remnant away, but he can't move. Now he'll remnant further and actually make it out. And Searing Chain's coming out as well, so Artez will not be able to chase this down. He actually might still keep going. Nah, they decided
no, he doesn't have a Blink Dagger.
He'll just TP away. He'll throw down a remnant, TP away, and then come back in with the remnant, so...
And Simba picks up a Gloves of Haste, probably looking towards that Maelstrom that we talked about after picking up the Blade Mail. Puppy finishes an Arcane Boots. Yep, and like I talked about, No-Tail almost completing that Yule Scepter at a really fast pace for the support Elder Titan.
Did they catch somebody mid? Ninja getting caught out. Sprout, Kuroki comes through. He used the Trim Coil for the kill, but... Oh, and they're going to catch goddamn as well. There's a Sentry Ward there. Searing Chain, Sleight of Fist, the mech keeps him alive, but popping the mech means that his invisibility is over. They get the kill. And so he ends up dying. Rip the Enigma.
Artez picks up his first ultimate orb to work towards the Scotty. Pretty standard item progression on the Slurk.
He is the most farmed hero in the game. Well, Kuroki actually eclipses him now. He was the most farmed hero a second ago, I should say. But Kuroki's going for Yules. Speaking of Yules, you talked about it. It's not done for Big Daddy No-Tail. He's got it ready to go. It's a really good timing. Artez is nearby. Pounce is going to go through. Ancient Seal, S4 in trouble. Mystic Flare pops. The burst damage is too much to work with. Time to back away for HellRaisers, though. They've accomplished their mission. And
we might actually see Slark make it go on No-Tail. No-Tail smartly backing off. Knows that the Slark has that Shadow Blade and is also missing.
Moonlight Shadow did go. I don't know if they were spotted out there. They had the ward on the cliff here, but it looks like they haven't been seen. That goddamn is dead, probably. Astral gonna come in, Waning Rift. Mech, Stomp, dead. Half Ninja, that's probably not the right way to go. Silence onto Puppy. Wow, they could have killed him. He's lucky.
The skill build from Puppy is actually quite funny. 2-2-2.
Wow, he's just an equal opportunist. Big Daddy's gonna stomp. Dark Pact wasn't available for Artez. He had no mana for it. Arrow connects as well, but where's the follow-up? Triple Remnant, that's where the follow-up is. God. Wow. Yule Scepter now, that'll be up into FNG. He is actually probably dead. Look at the damage he takes. Dream Coil, the Flame Guard was even just wrecking him. And Natural Order coming into effect.
I mean, not having any survivability items. He does have the drum for a little bit of additional HP, but no armor items, no HP items, and he just falls really fast.
It's like pick off Central. If somehow the Slark gets found out, he just dies. And that goes for every other hero in the game as well. And unless they have some lockdown, this is very difficult to lock down Secret and make sure they fight on your terms. Arrow's going to go through, not going to connect, but whatever.
Look at Puppy's skill build.
The extra point in the Starstorm.
No, 3-2-2.
3-2. 3-2. Ah, but well, you can't. Well, the Moonlight Shadow is 1 though. This would be 3-2-2-1. I know. I'm just spoiling the fun out there for you people. Simba is God is Maelstrom. God.
So all 3 cores on the side of Secret doing quite well for themselves. Dread?
Simba stays in the Mystic Flare. He's like, yeah. Guess what? You get to just add that extra damage. It's fine.
No, you can't.
Oh well, I don't think he expected that. Oh, that Dark Pact, the last tick of it. He might have been able to escape.
That's a really nice sprout, but unfortunately falling into that Dark Pact. And the Shadowblade doing a lot of work for Artez in this game, has found himself quite a few pickoffs. You know, only has ADCS, but has 5 kills, so doing a decent job.
Kuroki does have a gem though, so that's the thing. If they walk towards Kuroki,
Does have a gem, okay.
he'll be able to get away and or even
That's
fight.
a really good item pickup.
And he got that
looks,
after the Uls.
Yeah, it looks like S4 is going to go for that Manta build, so...
He's not too far off. Artez jumping on Big Daddy No Tail. Yule Sifter comes up and saves his life, and Artez is going to have to get out. Now the Waiting Rift going in. Earth Splitter as well. Dream Coil is going to go through. They don't even need the Earth Splitter. They just do so much damage to him. They're looking for Dread. Stomp might come in. Sprout, Mystic Flare, Blade Mail. He just dishes out the damage right back to him. The second instance of that happening in the past couple of minutes. Gorak smartly TPs away. S4 also got a kill on Dread. No, he actually killed Dread and then remnanted to the top rune spot, apparently. He still has enough money to buy an ultimate orb.
So he is going to go for that Manta to get rid of these annoying silences coming out from the Skyreth and Death Prophet. Looks like Goddamn might be in a bit of trouble.
Arrow coming in. He gets hit up by it, and his mech is on cooldown. Simba does get earned up, so he'll stay alive. Oh, that urn actually...
Brokey gets Yules, is able to phase shift the Gale.
And blinks. His play has been sublime this game. And he's looking to go back in. He doesn't have his Dream Coil, but they're ready to go. TP in from Simba. He decides against it. Drum Charge was popped. FNJ about to get stomped, maybe. And everybody is making their home right around this area. Concussive shot. Kuroki cannot phase shift. He jumps away with the Blink Dagger, though. Artez. Kuroki sees him. He's going to jaunt. There it is. Good phase shift, but there might be a silence. He avoids it with the phase shift. He might still be able to get out. Blink Dagger not available. Waiting Rift is going to go. The arrow sailing in. It's going to hit Dread. Mystic Flare does nothing. The stomp onto Artez. Kuroki Dark Packs it off. There's the phase shift going in. Artez really wants this kill, and the Crypt Swarm hits him right as he comes out of the phase shift. Nice kill, and they're still going. Artez wants to chase after No Tail as well as Puppy. Pounce is going to connect easily. They'll catch 2. Puppy might be the 3rd if he's not careful enough. And he'll get out of dodge. 2 quick kills from HellRaisers that get them back on the board after a period of time where they got dominated. And they want to defend the bottom tower as well. Nature's Wrath. Silence goes in. They want this tower. They're going to get it. And they actually get the Death Prophet as well. And they're going to get more than that. The Maelstrom blows up not 1 but 2 heroes. Simba getting the double kill. Now he's starting to become a big factor in this game. He's starting to get kills like crazy. And he's got back up as well.
Yeah, Simba able to do a lot of damage in these fights now with that Maelstrom and Blade Mail. Looks like they are going to get this top tower.
No tail buys back. Moonlight Shadow. Artez sees him. He has the gem up, by the way. Pounce away. And he actually takes away the Eula Scepter, but now the gem's on the deck. It's definitely worth it for Puppey to get that gem back. Bottom lane, they're going to grab the kill, and goddamn, they were waiting in the win. They had the Moonlight Shadow. They get yet another kill on the map. 4 dead across the board. HellRaisers are starting to just lose ground quickly to this secret lineup. If we look at the net worth graph, it's been 5,000 for a period of time. It's about to spike up to 7,500. The Manta Style has been completed for the Ember Spirit. Experience-wise, it is 7,500 in favor of Secret, spiking up to 10k.
Simba looks like he's gonna go ahead and pick up that Maelstrom. Has it completed? Or the Mjolnir.
That's frightening. Yeah, they're ready to fight now. They've been ready to fight for a long time. Kuroki with 1,600. His gem is now back in his clutches. They're going to counter up that ward.
Level 14 on this Elder Titan. That is a lot of experience.
I don't know where that all came from. I guess from fighting. In fact, the only hero under level 13, I'd say. He's under level 10.
I guess everyone has a lot.
Is Puppey, yeah, exactly.
Kind
the
of
exception being Puppey, but
on Puppey. He dies a lot in these fights. And
yeah, and he's been walking around a bit, so. Well, 25 minutes in, and HellRaisers are struggling. They really need to get this Death Prophet to her level 3 ultimate. And already, I mean, she just dies so quickly. She's trying to get towards that BKB, and that's going to be helpful up against the Ember Spirit and up against the Puck, but...
The BKB will be very useful in this game because they don't really have anything to lock him down at the moment.
Dota Pit League could sprout, but...
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard to sprout because he's moving at haste speed, so...
Yeah, that's actually... It seems almost impossible. Ninja, they could have turned and fought. The rest of the squad wasn't there yet. They could have bursted him down by the time they had got there. But now they're looking to go back in. They're going to throw up the Astral, just try to get some vision out and see where everyone is in the map.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
To deny the tier 2 tower top. What about Artez? He's been shut down for a bit. His second ultimate orb is going to come out. So it's going to be a Scotty maybe in the next 3 or so minutes, I'd say. They're looking to fight in the top lane. Kuroki comes in. He's got Blink. He's got Dream Coil. They don't spot out Gorican, goddamn. They will spot out, however, Ninja. There's the Astra coming in. Pounce goes in onto 1, though. Meanwhile, they'll catch out. Slark is killing Puppey. He got killed immediately. And Big Daddy's in some trouble as well. He's moonlighted. Sibba's not coming, and he realized this is not the fight that they're looking for. And he's still split pushing bottom tier 2 tower. TP comes out. That'll actually just be, I believe... Big Daddy getting out of a bad situation. The Remnant across the river coming out from S4. He'll stay alive. Kuroki's looking for some split push top. They'll put some pressure. Yeah, they've done such a good job of just going from lane to lane. If they're not even fighting, they're just putting pressure on these lanes. Unfortunately, there's no tier 2 tower for them to take at this top lane, but tier 2 was pressured bottom, and it's already below half health. The mid lane tower is also below half health. So a couple more fights in Secret are going to be at the high ground if they keep winning them.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job split pushing, taking advantageous fights. Puppey's having a really tough time in this game now. Whenever the Slark goes on him, he just actually instantly dies. You know, sitting at 900 HP, he dies to the Shadow Blade, backstab damage, plus the Pounce and Dark Pact, and there's not really anything he can do since he can't leap out of it.
Artez is going to show himself in the mid lane. Puppey actually just backs up a bit. And they know that there's a couple heroes here. Artez, he's going to Shadow Blade. The gem is still up on Kuroki, so he should be okay. Arrow? Ooh, close. Kuroki's going to spot Artez out. They back up, and they see him on the high ground. Artez runs away, realizing that he doesn't want to be involved in anything Kuroki's offering. So
Looks
split
like
pushing central.
Simba goes for the Blink Dagger. Probably going to see him go for a Hex next so that he can have that Blink Hex.
And at this point, there's a lot of farm now from Secret's heroes. They can maybe take a fight whenever they want to, but both teams being kind of passive in the past couple of minutes. They're really waiting for the BKB, which Death Prophet has flying out to her right now. As soon as the courier gets back home, she will have that BKB. And then this game might change drastically because her level 3 ult's about to be done as well.
Yeah, and that will be really huge once the BKB and level 3 ult are completed. They actually don't have that much physical damage yet. You know, there's a little bit coming out from the Ember Spirit. The Furion does a decent amount, but still a lot of magical damage coming out from the Mjolnir and Blade Mail. Kuroki, pretty much all magical damage.
Eula Scepter's going to go on to Dread. There's the Moonlight Shadow. Leap forward. And Dread is going to fall, it looks like. He's just in a bad position. They'll kill 1. 2 heroes are going to TP out. Gork as well as Artez will make away. So they only pick up one there, but I mean, he shouldn't have been in that position in the first place, getting killed like that. Gork's been very quiet this game. I don't think I've seen a single Poison Nova. He has a point booster. He's trying to get towards the Aghanim Scepter, but it's not been his game, I should say. Blink Away coming out from Simba, who is farming the enemy jungle. He'll make it out just fine, and 1,600 gold for him.
I think the point that HellRaisers can start taking these fights is when they have the BKB on Enigma, as well as the... So they have it on the Death Prophet, but they need one on Enigma, I think, to comfortably take any fights. Almost a Scotty being completed on the Slark. So that's a big item pickup for him. Although, I think he might also want to consider a BKB of his own, or possibly an armor item.
Dire's bottom tower.
I think right now for Secret, they need to get another right-click damage item on S4. Silence is going to go through. He's going to get Malphite. Black Hole, maybe. Mats is out of it, though, and he's fine. Now they're going to fight mid as well, and they're going to catch out Gork. Did he poison Nova? No, he didn't. He didn't get it off. And they grab a kill. He's dead for 50. He will have buyback if they try to push in. On the high ground, they see Dread. They threw up the tree. He didn't see that tree, and he walked right by it. The stomp easily done. Dread gets killed instantly. And that match cam is just does so much work. So although they'll have these BKBs up on HellRaisers, it's not going to matter if the rest of their heroes die. Next going to go. They really want this tier 2 tower mid for Secret. Now the Astra coming in, trying to push them back, and Sibba is going to go bottom, split push into that tier 2 tower mid. So just a lot of split push and occasional pickoffs coming out, and that's how Secret is winning this game, by just getting a couple of kills here and there and putting pressure on all of these lanes.
Yep. And what item will S4 go for next? He has that Manta style completed, as well as almost 4,000 gold. And I really like this item choice from Kuroki. Seeing that the Death Prophet has that BKB, gonna just go ahead and purchase that Aghanim Scepter. Make it so Death Prophet can't have that mobility from all the movement speed that she has.
Puppey hits an arrow on Goddamn. He's in trouble. Goddamn's about to fall. He does make up. Stomp's about to go, and it does connect. There's the BKB from FNJ. He pops the Exorcism as well. They really want Goddamn. They're not going to find him, though. Kuroki has to jump away. S4 needs to run as well. Malphite going. Kuroki's very low. He will fall. They cannot get the kill on Goddamn, and they actually have to run away with S4. He's got no mana left in the tank. That Exorcism of the BKB starting to pay off. Puppey has no leap for a second. They actually miss the pounce coming out from Artez, and Puppey's able to leap to the low ground and TP away into the Roche pit. So they only lose Kuroki in kind of a bad situation. So HellRaisers was kind of happy that they defended, but at the same time they could have gotten more out of that.
And this is when Secret have to get something done while this Exorcism is on cooldown. They do recover the gem. Actually, did Kuroki have the gem?
He did, but they got it back, I think, on Big Daddy. Somehow he died with it, and Big Daddy got it and picked it up. Unless...
Oh, that's their own gem, I think.
Yeah, no, that's... Let's see, wait, what gem does Gork have?
It doesn't, it's not telling me whose gem it is.
Then it's, I think the person that has it is the person that bought it, I believe.
Alright, that makes sense.
So, both people have their own individual gems.
Okay, so I expect Secret to try to make a play right now while there's no Exorcism, and it looks like... I'm not sure that this is a good decision by HellRaisers to start this Roshan. They do get scouted out by the Astro Spirit. And
I mean, they can't kill this Roche without Exorcism, I don't think. I mean, even with Artis having a Scotty and obviously having the Shadowblade, and even if they have Venomancer.
They can with like the Plague Wards and stuff. It just takes too long. Exactly.
That's the thing. Simba can just TP it at a moment's notice, and the rest of them will be alive with the exception of Kuroki. So, and he can always just TP it to the bottom tower. He has no buyback, though. That's the thing. He doesn't. He doesn't have enough money for it. Big Daddy connects back to the game. G is called. We'll get going in second. On pause goes. And do they stay in this road pit? I don't think so. Artez is walking out. Gork and FNJ. They can actually put pressure on these heroes, I think, of Secret. Battle Fury is picked up for S4. And they have to leap away. Artez is very nearby. And they can't find a kill. And Simba continues to pressure top lane. And Kuroki is back alive. So they're not going to head back into Roshan, I don't think.
So another minute until the Exorcism is back up. I would like to see Secret maybe try to make a play, possibly a smoke gank, or even try to pressure that tier 2 bottom, as it is the last remaining outer tower.
They don't have a smoke on Puppey, though.
Yeah, it looks like they're just content with farming for a little bit.
I think S4 wants more right click. He's got his first Battle Fury up, and he's actually doing a lot of damage to these Ancients. But you get a second Battle Fury? Do you get a Daedalus here? Or do you maybe get a defensive item?
Daedalus, I think.
Okay. It should provide enough damage.
If you're gonna go the 2 Battle Fury build, I think you just have to rush them.
So, Secret now. Putting pressure on the enemy jungle. Actually, look at where HellRaisers are. They're back in their own base. They don't want to push out. They're afraid for the damn lives. Affinity, Gorak, Dread, and Goddamn all here ready to go. The BKB was finished up. They're going to blink forward. There's going to be a nice Plague Ward scouting out S4 on the high ground, so he's not going to go any further. Venomous Gale's going to connect, and he just remnants away. The silence was not there in time, and even if it was, he could just manda out of it. Yep. Bottom lane, Artez is looking for a solo kill on Puppey. He does have the force. Can you force out of Leash? No. I don't think so.
He would need the Ghost Scepter if he wants to be able to survive the initiation from Slurk.
Yeah. Puppey's the only hero, I think, at this point that is really going to have a tough time against the Slurk. I think the rest of them can hold their own, either through Stomp, Yule Scepters, Jaunting, and even Simba just TPing out, but...
It's like a Perseverance being picked up on No-Tail on this Elder Titan. I wonder what that's going to be turned into. Linken's doesn't actually provide that much this game.
Maybe against the Ancient Seal? A refresher would be very interesting. The double Earth Splitter. I have not seen that. And the double Stomp, I have not seen that. I don't know how that works with Astral either. I think it wouldn't really work with Astral, but the rest of them... That would be an interesting item choice. I can't think of anything else. Maybe a Bloodstone, but even that's like, really?
Battle Fury.
Well, that's actually crazy.
Bloodstone's not made out of that item anymore.
It's not? Oh, yeah, you're right. Soaring. My apologies. I'm a patch behind. Puppey's going to get caught out. The Poison Nova did so much work. Puppey actually has to pop the Moonlight Shadow, and they have to get away. And Puppey's not going to make it, unfortunately. He's the only one that will fall here, it looks like. S4 comes in, slights a fist, and now he's actually pounced up. He's going to try to remnant it away. But big Kuroki Dream Coil coming in the Waiting Rift as well. Mystic Flare, but he Yule Scepters. And Affinity, he might die. Simba's TPing in. Gorak is low as well. Big Neck coming out. They're looking to stop Simba from getting this kill, but they will take him down. Simba is low, but it's a 2-for-2 exchange. And Simba gets the kill. Now Sleight of Fist going in. No. Artez comes in and jumps right on top of the Ember Spirit. He'll grab the kill. 3-for-2 exchange. Very good fight for HellRaisers. The BKB is starting to get popped. Goddamn didn't use his. The BKB for FNAJ kept him alive a second longer, it looked like.
And sure, Secret are almost able to turn that, but do you really want to fight without your Elder Titan? I mean, that's probably one of your most important heroes to be having in these teamfights with the Natural Order.
Yeah, and that was a fight that was not on their terms. They got out immediately and then like, maybe we turn and fight this, but it ended up being kind of a disaster.
No-Tail constantly scouting out the Roche.
Honestly, like... And it's not like he's been doing it off cooldown. He's just been doing it when they know that there's an opportunity that Roche is being taken or all of the other heroes are off the map, like Artez. And so it's just such good play coming up from the Elder Titan. So there's a Bastion now done on Slark as well. So any, TPs from Simba probably not going to happen if he gets pounced on anymore.
He does have the Daedalus, so his right-click damage is getting fairly high on this Furion. I'm actually surprised we see that before the Hex. Maybe he'll go back for the Hex next item.
He dies so quickly, too. We saw in that last fight.
Actually, he could maybe go for a BKB.
Yule Scepter. Artez needs to leave, I think. And Artez actually needs to get out. Waiting Rift's going to go. He's getting body blocked. He's going to try to go in the trees, the pounce. He's up to the high ground, the Remnant, and he's dead. Great fight coming out. They at least did get Elder Titan there, but I'm sure that's worth it. Unless they lose Puppey here. Silence is going to go and he forces away. Sleight of Fist, Siri Chase, BKB. Goddamn was looking for a black hole. Buyback from Elder Titan. And S4 wants to keep going. He's got another Remnant. Goddamn, his black hole, or BKB rather, is going to be on cooldown in another couple of seconds here. Affinity is going to TP away, but what about Gorak? He's going to try to get out. Arrow! It's going to connect. Gorak is dead from downtown. Puppey gets the kill, and they pick up the gem. Huge kill. Yeah, this is going to be Roche as well, which means more than likely an Aegis for who?
S4.
Yeah, he'll pick it up. He probably drops his TP scroll here. Nope, bottle, actually. He puts the bottle on the ground. 2.8k, he has enough for his Chrysalis if he wants to buy it, or Demon Edge, but I more than imagine it's going to be a Chrysalis. He'll buy the Daedalus later. And Roshan will fall. There's the Aegis coming out. 3k gold in the bank. And now it gets tough. HellRaisers were in an okay position, but they needed to fight with Exorcism, and that was a fight that they were taking that was not on their terms. So,
yeah, something I didn't actually consider either is how good the Dream Coil is against the Sark. Although I guess you can Dark Pact and then leap out of it, and then it gets undone. But You know, if he, catches him in the coil after a Dark Pact, it's going to lock him in place for about 5 seconds, 5 or 6 seconds, so.
Yeah, it's actually kind of huge.
No.
And that's one way to stop Artez from just running amok all over your team. But it's not only just Artez, it's like him as well as FNJ. If they don't really kill this Death Prophet, then there's going to be trouble brewing in there because the Exorcism is going to melt some of these heroes. Although, at some point, HellRaisers, I think, have to buy, some armor item. Something to keep them alive against the No-Tail Elder Titan. They have a plate mail up on FNJ, but it might be a while before he finishes that. We'll see.
Yeah, they definitely need an AC, maybe even on the Slark. I wouldn't mind seeing an AC on the Slark.
Earth Splitter is not going to kill him. Kuroki might grab the kill, though. Actually, the Earth Splitter stopped the Dream Coil from going through. Slark kills the Puppy Run of the Black Hole onto 2. Kuroki is dead. And now S4 is going to try to right-click down Dread and will do so. He has to remnant away immediately, though. Now the pounce on Simba. Simba trying to TP out. He can't make it away. He blinks out just in time. Simba on the retreat. Blade Mail is up in 1 second. He's going to get Gale, and he might die anyways. He's going to try to TP out. The bash comes in. Artez gets the kill. And they end up taking 2 kills. I think Gorik bought back as well. And so did... No, Dread didn't buy back, or FNJ didn't buy back, did he? Okay. Chaotic fight, though.
Finally able to get the Exorcism BKB off in a good position for them, but at the same time, all the lanes being pushed out for Secret, so HellRaisers not going to be able to find anything off the back of that team fight victory, and we've talked about this several times, the Exorcism on a 100-second cooldown after that team fight, so they're not going to be able to get anything out of that victory. And at the same time, S4 constantly farming up on this Ember Spirit, up to almost 5,000 gold.
S4 might try to fight Artez. He's going to get bashed. No, he remnants away immediately, and the Shadow Dance is used. So it looks like S4 can't stand up to Artez yet.
He can't 1v1 him.
No. I guess Ember Spirit's not really a 1v1 hero, though. He's a hero that really thrives when your team is there and he's able to spam out Sleight of Fist, and someone else is kind of doing all the work for you. But S4's had a really good game, 10-4 and 13. Artez is 11-5 and 9. And as far as net worth goes, surprisingly enough, Simba is leading the way. He was the one that was dead the longest and is still dead for another 8 seconds. He did a buyback, but obviously they were on the losing end of that fight, so no buyback TP in. As for his Aegis is still up and available. He will have enough for his Daedalus here. It looks like, I believe Daedalus is like, what, 5.1? Maybe I'm wrong. 5.5 actually, so only 400 away if he wants to buy it.
Probably going to be the item of choice for S4 on this Ember, and we might be looking at a ultra late game scenario with Ember against Slark, Enigma, Death Prophet.
This is going to be a tough situation. At some point, if it is an ultra late game situation, you talked about how the Exorcism is on such a long cooldown. Well, if they get a refresher, then maybe that's the way, if HellRaisers win a fight, they could take it to the base of Secret. But that's not going to be for another 20 minutes or so.
They're against this natural order Ember Spirit, and once Ember Spirit gets one, maybe two more damage items, it's just going to be doing so much AoE damage with the Sleight of Fist, and safely as well.
Sleight of Fist will provide him that invulnerability. You can also just have Remnant on the backside, and as long as he doesn't get silenced and have no Mantis Style left to use, he should be fine. But yeah, one more damage. I think a Daedalus, honestly, Battle Fury Mantis Style is more than enough damage to kill half of these heroes. Artez is going to be the only issue, and they've done a nice job of locking him down with, like you mentioned, the Dream Coil of Kuroki, or maybe a Stomp, or an Earth Splitter or something, but
he does
it's
have
tough
the
for
option
HellRaisers.
of getting that Abyssal Blade up for him, so he'll have that locked down for the Ember Spirit, which will be quite nice for him.
He's got enough money. You mentioned it.
I think S4 is waiting to buy an item until his Aegis goes away. He does have a double damage, so...
Oh my god. He's going to try to kill some heroes with this. He won't find anybody, though. He does very little to FNJ. A Daedalus proc would be huge, but unfortunately, he didn't even use the double damage rune. Silence blows up the creep wave top lane. Bash onto Simba. He's going to be able to TP out the Dark Pact. Might be enough. It will be. That close call from Artez. He gets the kill, and now dead for 88 seconds is the Nature's Prophet. So Simba gets caught out again. Artez has had his number for the past couple of minutes here. FNJ Yule Scepter is up. No ult for no. Affinity does have his exorcism. Stomp's gonna go. It's gonna miss. S4. No Manta. Now the BKB. There's the Manta Sally. Manta's out of the silence. No, he doesn't. The silence is still on him. The pounce misses. S4 is in trouble. He's got no usage of the Aegis anymore. Now there might be a black hole into Kuroki. Will they use it? Yule Scepter's gonna go with the Earth Splitter. Stomp is flying as well. Artez in trouble. Kuroki jaunts away or face shifts. There's the Dream Coil. Kuroki still goes down to Artez as he pounces him up. 2, 3 dead now for Secret in a weird fight. Man, he did not save the Manta Style for the silence coming out of the Death Prophet and ended up paying his life for it. And Affinity didn't even use the exorcism there. They're going to look to take a tier 2 off the back end of this. And they only have one buyback, and it's Simba.
And exorcism is getting earned up by the Skywrath, so I expect them to probably use the exorcism. Might even be able to pressure the tier 3 towers, as there is no buyback on these cores from Secret.
This could be huge. By the time
we're gonna see the Stomp getting spammed,
they could hold. That's a really good turtling ability, but the glyph is going to be used, and they won't be able to go to the high ground. Meanwhile, Artez is looking for Puppey. He has no way of getting out of the pounce here, but it misses. Artez takes the wrong angle walking down the staircase. Affinite's got to be careful. Stomp goes. He has to back away from it. He would die. The sleep is still up on goddamn Gork. But
only getting this tier 2 tower for the exorcism is not that bad for Secret. So now they're going to have another window of opportunity where it is on cooldown, and Artez goes for an Eagle Song. I don't think this is the right item choice. I mean, sure, you might want evasion, but you're up against this Elder Titan, so all the armor that you get from the Butterfly deities most likely going to complete is not going to be effective.
Well, what would you rather see on Slark in this position?
AC.
So you'd rather just have... Yeah, that makes more sense.
I think maybe you just get AC, or maybe even just the Abyssal Blade so that you can lock down the Ember Spirit.
He doesn't have the Abyssal yet? No, I guess not. He has only the Basher.
Regardless. I mean, this is a pretty standard build we see coming out from Slarks, where they just get the Basher and then they go in for a Butterfly. But honestly, I think if you're going to go for this type of item,
oh, the arrow! They didn't even know it was there. There's no vision. They're going to TP in the Remnant as well. The Searing Chains, he pounces to the low ground, though. They miss it. It was just so close. He was able to get away. The duration of the arrow was full duration, but it wasn't long enough to keep him in place. That was almost amazing. Puppey somehow knows he's farming that camp. That's incredible.
Completely blind.
Yes, absolutely 100%.
I mean, I guess it's just a fishing arrow and it just happened to land, but...
Artez is very lucky, I think. Another arrow is going to come in. This time it's not going to connect. BKB going in the black hole onto S4. It's worth it if they get this kill. He's dead. No buyback for 86 seconds.
And they actually see that he has a Daedalus, so probably they might assume he doesn't have buyback.
They could push in now, but they're looking for Big Daddy. Artez is on the hunt with his Shadow Blade. Big Daddy's pretty quick, especially once this Astral Spirit gets back to him. Dream Coil onto Artez. Kuroki had the vision. He knew he was coming up. Big Daddy actually had the gem. No bash. 2 hits, no bash. The RNG gods. Ice Frog not with HellRaisers, at least not yet. Simba doing the right call, though. He's split pushing. Look at this. He's going to the tier 3 tower, and that forces the rotation, at least from Goddamn.
I guess that S4 pickoff not going to matter too much. The Refresher Orb is picked up on
Kuroki,
so he's going to have 2 Aghanim Scepter coils. That might end up being a big deal, and I think I figured out why Big Daddy's going for this Lincoln Sphere. It might be for the Abyssal Blade that he thinks is coming from Artez.
Yeah. Even if it's just for the Ancient Seal, it might be good enough, but, I mean, yeah, it is going to be the Lincoln Sphere.
He's probably going to just put that onto his good friend S4.
You know, when you said Battle Fury, I almost took you seriously.
I wasn't.
I know you were joking, but there's like a part of me that's like, I mean, I guess you got plenty of right click with the Spirit, but no, that's not the case. He's going to be going for a Lincoln Sphere. Don't ever build Battle Fury on Elder Titan, guys.
Oh, come on, you get 100 free damage from your Spirit.
Yeah,
I mean, you do start cleaving.
If you're core Elder Titan and you're playing a pub game, why not? Go for it, sure. Be my guest. I don't care. But support Elder Titan, which, by the way, can work in pubs. It's quite good.
Just don't do it in Mott's games, apparently.
No. Listen, I'll be the one playing the support Elder Titan. I won a pretty good game with you the other day.
The core
the Battle Fury?
Battle Fury.
Yeah, don't do that in my game. I'll rage pretty hard. Kuroki's gonna Yule Scepter up. Artez now catching him out. He's alone. Dream Coil's gonna go. Earth Splitter as well, and Artez has got to choose where to go and try to avoid this. He does avoid it. BKB, goddamn, doesn't have Black Hole. Simba gets blown up by Mystic Flare. And the Exorcism, not the best fight. Simba can buy back. They're looking for Puppey. They might find him. They take down the Elder Titan as well, who is Yule Sceptered up in the air. Split pushing down bottom is S4. But the Exorcism, they're going to go straight for this tier 3 tower. They want to put some pressure on. And with no Elder Titan, they can't stop this. They can't spam out the stomp.
No glyph as well.
Yeah, this is problematic. This might be a Rax gone. They're going to try to trade in the bottom lane, though. If you look at it, the glyph is going to go. Tier 3 is still alive. And they're going to try to fight this. Refresher coming in. There's going to be the extra usage of that Aghanim Scepter. Now, FNJ still working. The Exorcism is done. The ranged Rax is going to fall. Goddamn, he's going to try to TP out and will make it away. They actually trade a melee Rax for a ranged Rax. Maybe more if they continue to stay. They really want this ranged Rax, or melee Rax, excuse me, in this middle lane. Artez, Sleight of Fist, good use of that Dark Pact to get away from Artez. He'll stay alive. So melee Rax bottom. Range Rax is still alive. A full set of Rax gone to the mid lane. So in the end, the trade was somewhat even. Somehow. Although they did have to force out a buyback on Simba. He's if he dies, he won't have buyback again.
And I mean, that was a team fight without the Exorcism. I mean, without the Black Hole, so this next fight could be very difficult. Enigma up to 5,000 gold, so he might even be looking towards a refresher of his own.
They have every single hero with the buyback. HellRaisers, they have no detection.
Oh,
Puppy's
no,
going to
Puppy.
get caught. Sleight of Fist is going to go. Searing Chains does nothing. They could still go in the pit now, and looks like they will. Buyback from Puppy. Enigma buys back as well. They don't want to fight in the pit when Black Hole's available. The Illusion's coming through. Artez looking to contest this. And they have a Hex down Aff and NJ as well. Plus buyback. They will have the usage of the
This
Lincoln's
game
or
suddenly
rather-
getting quite difficult for Secret now.
Yeah, the Dream Coil is available. Blink, and he gets the Poison Nova onto everybody. S4 is going to go to work, but it doesn't matter. Here comes the Echo Stomper, rather the Earth Splitter. It's going to connect onto Dread. Artez, the Phase Shift is going to go for Kuroki. Can he make it away? No, the Poison's too much. He's dead for 82 seconds. It's a 1-for-1 trade that I think definitely favors for HellRaisers. They're going to head to the Roche Pit. It looks like it's taken ages. Probably for Slug, and they got the gem, I believe. No, Big Daddy still has his own, so that was just their own gem.
So, I mean, how do you win fights now as Secret? Sure, you might, I mean, do you just rely, you hope that they walk up your hill, you get, you know, a nice stomp into Searing Chains with Sleight of Fist, and you maybe get a couple crits, but beyond that, these fights are getting extremely hard. You know, this Furion build, he's pretty glass cannon, not really able to stand up, doesn't have a Hex or a BKB, so he's pretty much gone this full split push build, and while he does push the towers down really fast, he's just not as useful in these team fights as maybe he could be.
They have nobody in the front lines taking up all of the Exorcism damage, taking up any of the abilities of HellRaisers. They find pickoffs easily with Artez. And once those BKBs came out, which we mentioned earlier, this game became incredibly difficult for Secret. The past couple of fights, they have yet to win one cleanly. And I still think that S4 needs another item, plus buyback, so he's got a long way to farm before he could be that effective.
I mean, where do you go here? Do you go
I don't even know.
a Daedalus, another Daedalus, or do you go an MKB maybe for the
I think
butterfly?
MKB probably, because it gives you plenty of damage. He's dead. He got...
Oh,
yeah, he's super dead. Wow. He did not expect the Hex from Aff and NJ. He was going to Manta out and remmed it away. Luckily, he's got buyback, but...
It looks like Enigma is going to go for a Hex and not that Refresher. Actually...
This is a good choice, I think. I mean, because they can't... They've tried to Manta out of it, or like Phase Shift or Yules, but if they get Hex, it's not going to matter. They might just die immediately.
I don't know, I'm just a big fan of the Refresher on Enigma, because I think having two Black Holes might act... Because you get two Black Holes, two BKBs, two mechs.
True.
Might be a bit better than the Hex, just as far as value.
He still might be able to build towards it if this game goes late enough.
I mean, that'll probably be his next item after the Hex if the game continues.
Speaking of Refresher, is that Affinij's next item? Because he went for the Hex instead. Because I feel like that could be really useful for the Death Prophet.
Either that or a Heart, I think. I don't know, Heart is still quite good because he's only sitting at 2100 HP.
And he won't... I mean, it's not like they have that much burst damage. Kroki's going to jump in, Dream Coil on one. They actually throw the arrow up onto somebody else. I think that's going to be onto the Gork, the Venomancer. BKB goes, Kroki has to actually back away. And they're keeping him in there. The Exorcism's going to go. The Poison Nova as well. Simba pops up his BKB. Big Daddy's going to TP away. Free kill. So Poison Nova expended, Exorcism expended, a hero's dead, a BKB expended. Pretty good for Secret, considering S4 is still dead and on the sidelines.
Yep.
So Gork now is going to work on an Aghanim Scepter, which he's actually had this point booster the entire game. He got the Blink Dagger beforehand, but he has more than enough to buy the Ags now. And arrow? No, he's just a scouting arrow comes through. Simba's gonna TP in. They want to fight this. They realize that there is no Death Prophet. Goddamn comes in. He has no black hole. Midnight Pulse is gonna fly. Simba's getting low. He's gonna pop the Mjolnir now. He actually is gonna go down. No buyback either. S4 is hexed up. He's gonna mant up. Dread at least will fall. It's still a 1-for-1 exchange at the end. Goddamn is trying to fight as best as possible. Artez is coming in from the backside, and they remned it away. They don't want to try keep going here, at least not yet. Here comes the Astral. Kuroki's looking for a blink, but a great usage of that Plague Ward again. So many Plague Wards from Gorak have just made Kuroki ineffective in these fights because he cannot blink when he gets poison stinged up. And it's actually just keeping them in the game. And on top of that, they kill Simba so fast. Like, that's the problem, man, is that Simba, every time he TPs into these fights, he TPs right into the engagement, then he gets blown up by,
I mean, he finally
like, one
has his
hero.
BKB, but still struggling to stay alive in these fights.
And he just bought that BKB, I think, too. So he doesn't have enough money to buy back, again.
And the Lincoln Sphere completed onto No Tail. I think they really need maybe a Hex on Kuroki so he can have that double Hex with Refresher.
Artez looking to fight. Malphus is going to go. Kuroki's caught out. They have Black Hole in one. Phase Shift's going to fly. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. Artez still does have the Aegis. He's not done yet, though. Kuroki's going to jaunt to the low ground. Good sleep from this side of No Tail. Meanwhile, Afternoon Ninja and Goddamn are going to back away. You'll have Gorak up in the top lane, still trying to push out. He's going to get Astraled as well. Back alive is now Dread. He'll run towards the fray. Sleight of Fist is going to go. Pounce misses completely. Artez doesn't connect. He's looking to put pressure on the tower. Stomp's going to go. Dark packed off. Good play from Artez. Glyph's forced out. Bottom lane's getting pressured in.
Exorcism is available in 5 seconds.
They might keep going.
No mana actually on Gorak for his Poison Nova, so...
Yeah. They might back up after this. Even though Simba is still dead, they do get a tier 2 tower out of it. And then they realize that tops or bottom's getting pressured. So.
Oh, and actually Skywrath has a Ethereal Blade on him.
That's so huge, this game. Stopping out any physical damage and maybe
he
just...
can probably save an ally from a Searing Chains.
Bottom barracks has fallen.
It's very rare that you get enough farm to get towards that item on a Skywrath, but he does have it. I mean, the last couple of fights have gotten him towards that. So, and if we look at the net worth graph, man, it's finally in favor of HellRaisers for the first time since, I'd say, 27 minutes. Actually, since the game started. What am I even talking about? Now it's also an 8,000 experience lead as well for the first time this game. Man, Artez has put in some work, but it really has been a team effort for HellRaisers, I say. And Secret have this lineup, but even in the super late game, I don't know what they can do. S4 is not farmed enough. Kuroki's doing all that he possibly can. I mean, he's got a goddamn refresher and it's not working out.
I mean, S4 almost to his next item. I imagine it's going to be that MKB. They just need more damage. They're not able to burst down these heroes. And, I mean, they're winning fights without BKB. I mean, without Black Hole. They have 2 hexes on the Enigma and the Death Prophet, so I mean, he might even be forced into buying a BKB, but that's really not something he wants to do. They might find Afro Ninja.
They missed the Sleight of Fist, or the Searing Chains, rather. They will Eul's him up. The Stomp's going to go. It's going to connect, and he can't even get his Exorcism off, nor does he want to. He will have buyback, though.
He has buyback. And bots. So they might just continue to push the bottom lane, possibly buyback on the Death Prophet. Maybe
S4, I think, has
another push. But at the same time, that is a risky play, so...
I think they're going to force the buyback out of the Death Prophet and then just back away for
They're
Secret.
Probably actually just going to have to defend top. They pushed this tower way too fast. There is 2 siege creeps as well.
Yeah, they're all going to TP here.
Does TP back, going to drop the Midnight Pulse.
Arrow doesn't connect, goddamn, just avoids it. That arrow connected, maybe it goes differently, but they don't even force out the buyback of the Death Prophet. They're waiting for the push in from S4, and then he'll maybe remnant back. He still has it. No, it actually just went away, so they can't even push in. No, it's still there. They can't even push into the top lane, though. They don't want to. So they can't even force the buyback out. That's very problematic. That could have been a big play.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, you want to force the buyback by pressuring, but if you press too hard, then he buys back, and then you get team wiped. So
it's a very fine line.
Yep.
It's a tightrope to be walking.
He does pick up a Demon Edge, so it does look like it's going to be that MKB. Has enough gold currently, but probably going to look to save for that buyback. So needs about another 2,000 gold before he can safely purchase up that item.
Is that the MKB? Yeah, so.
Yeah. 1,500 gold.
Not too far off that. And Roche is going to be a big point of contention. I don't think you can give this away if you're Secret again. I don't know if you can fight it, though, either.
I don't think you can fight against Aegis Slurk at this point.
So it's either fight into an Exorcism Black Hole plus a farmed Artez, or fight into an Aegis Slurk, which, you know, catch-22, or...
Yep,
I really don't think you want to do either.
The Aghanim's now picked up onto the Venomancer as well, so he's actually going to be doing quite a lot of damage in these team fights if he's able to get off the Blink, Poison Nova.
Artez is going to be...
They are using the Shadow Blade.
This is a very long game. An hour long, in fact, and we're not even anywhere close to being finished. At least it seems like that as well. S4 is going to farm up. Gurk is just going to throw some Plague Wards just to get vision, but there is also counter vision coming out as there is the ward coming through from the Radiant squad here on the high ground.
Oh, it's actually going to be a second Daedalus. So actually quite surprising to me.
He wants that damage, man. This does not stack. It stacks,
but
stacks,
not additively.
Yeah, it's... I forget what the terminology is.
Diminishing returns.
That's, yeah, something like that. S4 will still do a lot of damage, though. That's the thing. Plus 254 damage now with double Daedalus, Manta, and a Battle Fury. He's critting for about 1,000 without Sleight of Fist. With Sleight of Fist, he gets the 80 bonus damage. Boom. Moonlight Shadow's going to go. And Gork is kind of out of position. Artez, do they have the gem on any of these heroes? They see them. Puppey tries to leap away, cannot make it out. Puppey will fall. The Earth Split is going to go. Now the ult from Gork. He is maybe taking some damage, not dead yet. The Exorcism is about to go. S4 is hexed up. He is going to fall. He will have buyback. He might have to use it, though. Top lane, Simba's pushing in. They have to TP one hero back. It's just right now Dread. Now Simba pops the BKB. They want to take this tier 3. What? Simba just pops the BKB. He was looking to run at Dread, but couldn't find anything. And he has to actually just TP out. And no buyback coming in from S4. So now they're just going to give away Roshan.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, you're going to end up saving the buyback, but on another hand, you're giving them an Aegis, so it's like them having a free buyback.
It just feels like if they keep giving more and more away to Hellraisers, and they really can't afford to give that much away.
I don't know. I don't think you can buy back on S4. Because he doesn't really have a good way to deal with these hexes.
He really...
And if he buys back and gets hexed, the game's just over.
I mean, he needs a BKB now, at this point. He has enough damage, but he needs a BKB. But he also needs a saver buyback, so... You just have so much work to do. S4 is going to have to carry this late game. Simba dies too quickly, although with the BKB, he is now a bit tankier, and he can survive a bit longer in these team fights, but... It's not even so much Artez anymore, really, for Hellraisers. It's everybody else.
I think you buy BKB on Ember, and then your next item would be a Rapier for the Manta.
Yes. That's pretty much it. I mean, if the game is going that late, yeah, if the game is going to go that late, then that's going to have to be your choice, unless they somehow miraculously win a team fight. But I think mostly everyone from Dire has a buyback, and Skyworth will have it pretty soon. So, and not only that, they have Aegis and Cheese. A couple lives to work with here. Any bosses yet? 3 of them, in fact, from Hellraisers. So they've prepared for the ultra late game. They have the bots. Pounce is going to go. Artez, though, is going to get caught out. Earthsplitter's going to go. They do blow up one. That's going to be no tail. And Gork's going to just crit down one. Ethereal Blade a bit too late. Abyssal Blade cannot TP out. Simba is going to fall. Does have buyback. A 2-for-1 trade might not be worth it. Exorcism down bottom. Puppey's going to get hexed up. Sleight of Fist. Goddamn is about to die. The Remnant in. Goddamn is going to fall. Ninja, he does have the cheese. He's not going to pop it yet. He might now. Eul Scepter, he's got enough time to use it here if he wants to. He will. Exorcism is still going. S4 is silenced up. Ninja trying to right-click down S4. It's not going to happen. They're still chasing after him. Kuroki, no Dream Quill, but he's got the Eul Scepter. Here comes the reinforcements from Hellraisers. Sleight of Fist, long range, catches up, but Ninja is going to heal back up. And you've got to get away if you're Secret. You cannot fight any further. Your tier 4s, your Huts, your Moonwells, whatever the hell you want to call them, are getting assaulted. It's a clash in the base of creeps. And the tier 2 tower should take a fall because of this. No Exorcism. Goddamn has buyback. No bots, though. If he does buyback, he might have... No, he won't have enough money, but... And they're going to take down this tier 2 tower.
And pretty well played by Secret. I mean, we just see the damage potential from the Ember Spirit in that last engagement.
Sleight of Fist going again, Remnants away. Arrow onto Ninja. She doesn't have cheese. There's no way that And he can buy back if he dies, but he's not dead yet. Mystic Flare misses. And there's the Hex up. The silence still going. Now the Shadow Dance. S4 is going to fall. No buyback yet. Kuroky's going to try to jump in. BKB. The Eul Scepter comes out. Slark gets yet another kill on Mirana. Kuroky needs to just right-click him once, and he's not going to do so. He's trying to save his own life. Kuroky silenced up. Earned. Right-clicked. He can't blink away. Now he can phase shift. Venomous Skill's going to go. He's going to try to jaunt the other way, and he's going to make it out, but he's still so low. The Arcane Bolt, that'll grab the kill. 4 dead. No Tail finally respawns. He's going to run up, then decide to go back. No Tail, get out of there, buddy. The pounce comes in, and this might be it. They've got to force some buybacks now. There's the Refresher coming in. It looks like back into the fray is going to be that Death Prophet. She'll TP down into the fight again once more. She's going to Shiva's Guard up this creep wave. There's the Exorcism. She just refreshed it. Kuroky buys back. No buyback for No Tail. This is going to be it for HellRaisers. They're going to try to finish this game off now. Kuroky jumps in. There's going to be the Dream Coil. Artez going too hard, but he does have the Aegis. One dead. Kuroky just bought back. He's donezo. McDonezo. S4 has to remnant back away. Tier 3 is gone. Exorcism is doing work. Goddamn, has Black Hole. He's waiting for his blink to be ready to go and just try to find an opening, but Secret are back in there well. It's 2 sets of racks down, and this is probably going to be it. There's just too much to deal with, and without Kuroky, they cannot finish this game off. And HellRaisers, the improbable odds continue. The comebacks, the upsets in Dota Pit. And they're going to find Puppey. He's not dead yet. Now he'll fall to the right click. The Tier 4 tower exposed. All the huts going down as well. Sleight of Fist, not nearly enough damage from S4 at this point. Ancient's now exposed. It's getting hit up. Black Hole solo on S4 to finish the game off, and that'll do it. The Ethereal Blade coming out in the end as well. Sima jumps in. BKB's the Maelstrom. He's doing some work, but it's not nearly enough. He's dead. 5 dead. Team wipe. Buyback. GG called. Secret lose their first game up against HellRaisers. Extraordinarily well played game from both squads, but in the end, HellRaisers outlast the veteran presence of Secret.
Yeah, and I mean, you could probably make a case that maybe Secret aren't necessarily so comfortable with their lineup. You know, I don't know that they've ever played Ember Spirit maybe once Kuroky on the puck instead of S4.